welcome back to 20 Minutes or Less. I'm Lee Newton.
And I'm Joe Beretta.
Ba, 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 ba. Today, I read a groundbreaking article on the Huffington Post that filled my heart with longing, nostalgia, anger, and passion. I'm talking, of course, about Chris Lopresto's 53 Reasons Why We Need a New Star Trek TV Series.
Trek, yeah. In Lopresto's eloquently worded manifesto, he talks about how there's nothing like this on TV at the moment. Firefly was canceled, Battlestar Galactica is gone, and there's nowhere to find a good TV space opera anymore.
If you guys aren't familiar with the multiple different Star Trek television series that have been intermittently on the air for the past 30 years, I would say, what freaking rock are you living under? And tell you that Star Trek is a science fiction franchise that has spawned 6 television series, including the original, the animated, the Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, and Enterprise. Not to mention 11 feature films, dozens of games, hundreds of novels, and warmth and joy for the hearts of all mankind.
And the reason it has such a devoted cult-like fan base is because it isn't just a space show about space stuff, but it deals with real-life, hard-hitting, emotional, social, ethical, and political issues, all while being in space and doing future stuff.
In Lopresto's manifesto, you're welcome, sir, you can have that, he makes 53 brilliant pleading points, and we decided to highlight some of the ones that we agree with. Like point number 2, the fact that we finally have the technology to make Star Trek look cool. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think that the crappy cargo doors, poor transporting, iffy makeup prosthetics are kind of part of the show's charm, but nowadays we have amazing technology that could put the past Treks to shame.
Point number 4, new episodes means new social ideas to tackle global warming, diseases, social media, zombies, vampires, all things that are relevant now that weren't back in the day. Our visions of the future now are way different than they were in the past.
An excellent point was also made with number 19. Space monsters never get old. So true, right? The monsters and the aliens were the best part. The different forms of species and races like Vulcans, Cardassians, Ferengis, Klingon, Romulan, Borg, from their makeup to their rituals and the whole characterizations throughout.
I was a big fan of Klingons. You don't see that kind of honor anymore. You really don't. More points were made about the fact that new episodes can be modeled around today's popular television series. Whether it's exploring the peacemaking efforts in a Law and Order type episode, making a sick bay version of a medical drama, going back to Starfleet in a 90210 kind of way, or just giving it to HBO and letting them do some kind of Game of Thrones thing with a lot of sex and a lot of blood and some talking. Peter Dinklage would make an awesome captain or alien and or both.
And all of the points made on this list were awesome. We highly suggest you check it out. But perhaps the best point made overall,
besides sexy aliens?
Yes, besides sexy aliens and a quadrillion other different points. But the best is point number 53, because there are a million fan fiction stories to tell on television, and no other franchise has more loyal fan base than Star Trek. And I very much agree with that. The last Star Trek was on in 2005, and it was Enterprise. Woof. It's time for a new one. Not a big motion picture that I have to wait forever for, but a hip, awesome Star Trek that I can fall in love with all over again. So come on, world! Make it so.
So what other series would you guys like to see come back or get the reboot? Let us know in the comments down below.
Don't forget to click like and subscribe button, click the annotation down below, go to SourceFed.com for 5 daily stories and everything else we've ever done. I'm Lee Newton.
I'm Joe Beretta.
Ba, 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 ba,